Monday's special Board of Education meeting in West New York was postponed since there was no quorum. The only trustees who were in attendance were Board President Adrian Series and Sarah Gassanuti, who showed up late. Legal counsel Paul Sangelo explained to the 20 or so residents on hand at the Board of Education building that every measure possible was being undertaken to ensure both a January and April election takes place next year.
The Board President is here. Unfortunately, we do not have quorum for this meeting. Okay? We're going to endeavor to set up another special meeting for Friday, I believe at 2 p.m., to take care of important business. You have to understand that I have to accommodate the board members when they can attend, and I'm hoping that that time will work.
Okay, and Paul, and who asked for that day, on that specific day and specific time?
On Friday?
Yes.
We're pushing for it because that's the last day that we have in order to give proper notice to the state, in order to get the elections in place.
Yeah, 'cause you need 60 days.
It has to be done.
For a better West New York leader, Frank Ferrero, took umbrage with some of Sangelo's remarks, and a heated argument ensued.
Why are you pushing so hard so you could get this election done in April? Why are you pushing so hard
I'm going to answer your question.
to wastefully spend $100 grand?
I'm going to answer your question, and then that is it. Okay. Here's the answer to your question. The clerk of the city of West New York, okay, and this is after the last meeting. The clerk of the city of West New York, along with a top attorney from my office, along with the attorney for the city of West New York, okay, along with the clerk's counsel, along with Mr. Roth.
And the Attorney General's office.
And the Attorney General's office met to have a discussion about what is required for these elections, okay? Pursuant to statute, the statute says, we have another board member, according to the applicable statute, all right, it is required to have the election as soon as possible, okay? There are a number of dates, trigger dates. The first one for December, okay, obviously we can't have a December election, there's not enough time. So it has to be in January. Why? Because we are moving from being a...
You don't have enough time for January either.
Hold on.
Sure we do.
We're moving from...
Really?
Hold on.
You got 2 months.
I am answering your question.
Frank,
We are
let him
moving...
speak, Frank.
Yes, the public like that. We're moving from being a type 1 district to being a type 2 district. That means that we must automatically endeavor to have 9 members on the board.
Yes.
Okay? That is required. We are doing everything possible to comply with the law.
Hey, you're doing everything possible to spend an extra $100,000 that you don't need to.
That's not...
That's
Which
what
is-
the voters said. That wasn't what we said.
Listen,
Voters said it.
as hard as you're pushing to have these 2 separate elections within 2 months of each other, you could push just as hard to the Attorney General and say, "Sir, let me
Frank.
speak now. Let me speak real quick.
We're done. I'm not having this argument.
It's
This is
29
not-
days difference.
This is-
You didn't have 90 grand
Sir.
for school children's supplies,
Sir.
but you want to throw away 100 grand on an election.
We don't want to throw away anything. All right, we're doing what's provided by the statute.
After the meeting was formally postponed, Hudson County TV asked Superintendent of Schools John Fauta if any of the other 5 board trustees had given notice they would not be able to attend the meeting.
All we really did, John, was, besides myself, the board secretary, make calls to the board members, emailing them, calling them, making them aware that there was going to be a meeting. And we didn't poll them. We just made them aware there was going to be a meeting, through emails, through
Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that?
phone calls. We didn't poll them. We just made them aware that there was going to be a meeting.
I'm John Heides with Hudson County TV. For more information, log on to HudsonCountyTV.com.